Yes, Mwa Ochukwu here, reading from the content of my diaries. In this particular segment, ihe megawụ iji na-agụpụta the results of my own inquiries during the days my mother was sick, because I will not just say that I was sitting down and pretending that nothing happened, because like as I'm trying to say again, but after Mike Ejiri Lee from home, left to stay with his friends at Apapa where he was working, and then from there he decided that he was traveling abroad. Between that time, my father was in a situation where he needed help, and that help was not coming from anywhere. So Chinedu was not um, ready to give any support to our dad. Mike was not giving any support. So the two of them abandoned home, and then my dad was in a very difficult and tight situation. So, in as much as they were not giving any support to our dad, Mike Ejela in Italy, or not Hiodo, Lohu back. So, after Ojiji then for him to begin to come back to the same house, which he didn't support in payment of the rent before he left, became something I didn't understand. That was a little bit disturbing for me. I didn't like that. But my mother intervened and said I should leave Mike to sleep. So, Ota Gretela that our dad was on night shift. So Mike slept in the room. Emechala Mehemega na table decided to go sleeping because the bed was not big enough to contain two of us. So I lay on the floor. Probably he just like maybe middle of the night. I don't know when he left, but we woke up in the morning and Mike was not even in the house, even before our dad returned on night shift. Mike disappeared. So, so now I needed to begin to find out what was how is this thing being done as far as Nemano was concerned. And then it fell on the fact that in as much as Mamanye Obarara, it must have been that something was removed from her hair, from her head, which will not be different from her hair. And then you can brishi a may or wego for somebody. Every allow brishi on your, especially name mother. So Ekwela Moku Masara the first, second, and the third option. So what I chose was a second option, which was applicable in the situation our mother was. So I began to, or rather, I continued to do my own inquiries, e.g., finding out how these things were being done. So those inquiries were not very, very easy because the herbalists, they're not in the position of doing this ritual. They were not very generous with information regarding how these things were being done, because they don't trust somebody else to begin to give the person replies to any question. But ahụrụ onye a client ha may onye introduce as a potential client, they will be able to give all the information on your choro. So I find out that it will be possible that Ega Hagwonyo, what will be the implication, because many of those things, implications, what are the do's and don'ts of the situation whereby Manugeji, a particular thing, regime, money ritual, okay, where certain things on your are supposed to many. So in most cases, some of the people actually may not even have the patience to be able to listen to the instructions like in any particular product on your zoya again manual on your with patience go there before you begin to operate. Only some people that are actually more good, they're not even interested in understanding the concept of the whatever they want to throw themselves in. So they were rather actually more going to plan mana the Jeep or Jezo plan ma the Hawaii travel to Hawaii to go and do to spend his holiday in Hawaii. That is the next plan. Instead of coming down to listen to some of the herbalists will outline some of the regulations or the do's and don'ts that will be accompanied by that particular thing on your ceremony. So ejikwana agba ahụ maybe ka ọ nwere ndị a ga-agwa ya edo ha anya shilekwa ihe a ga-need periodical reactivation, which some people might want to say yes, okay, no problem. Mgbe ọla oge ejiri it may be agreed maybe every 6 months or maybe annually, as the case may be. Again, need one or two things iji reactivate the thing as far as the money begins to come. Aga na-eweta ọbara onye ọ ga na-asọbmiti. O nwere onye ga-awụ ya gashi, okay, no problem. Like in our own situation in the family, Mike will agree that yes, Papa anyị nwere full house, so it's not a problem. Anytime a ga-eme the reactivation, he will always want to dip his hands and then take whosoever he wants and then do it, and then unchallenged, onwe ga-ajụ ya shi ogini na-eme akpa ịpa afụje ogode n'ishi mmanụ na ya. So all sure that is going to be the situation, and then this might want to be the thing that we have to put my family into. We become like we are vulnerable now because anything can happen to us at any time. So in the process of making this inquiry, I needed to be able to also stay closer to Mike. Even maybe there are certain things I can actually look out for this. This is going to happen, this is going to happen, and definitely most of those things fell into place, and I'll begin to go into those areas one by one. But then right now, we have to concentrate on the fact that there is going to be a need for reactivation of that kind of ritual, which has involved our mother, which will also have to be needing somebody else agaji may reactivate, and this will now have to put Chijoke, as the next victim, as the potential victim, and after that, who else was going to be involved, and I'll have to begin to treat them one by one. Thank you for listening.